World Records Elk Edition Part 3. This all took place in the Colorado Rockies in a mining town called Crested Butte. John Plute was a local coal miner and hunter. He lived in a boarding house that sat just above a bar right there in town. And to cut costs on his rent, he would go up in the mountains and provide the miners with elk and deer meat. Now keep in mind, this was back in a time when you could live off the land. A lot of these guys would rely on game meat to survive. So folks would go into the mountains and kill an elk or a deer and bring it back, and nobody would say anything about it because there were no laws about it. It was on an autumn day that John decided to load up his mules and hop on his horse and head into Dark Canyon looking for some food. It was in Dark Canyon where he ends up seeing this huge bull. He takes it down and he breaks it down, takes all the meat, and heads back into town, and he leaves the head. And as you can tell, these guys are hardcore meat hunters. They do not care about the rack. But he was in the bar and he was just bragging to his buddies about how big the antlers were on this thing, and they weren't buying it. And from what I understand, John was quite the drinker, so he spent a lot of time in the bar, and that's where he was trying to tell these stories to his buddies. And I'm guessing it was probably a little something like this. You guys aren't going to believe the size of the rack on this thing. I swear to God, it was so big. Bullshit. I don't believe you, John. Plus, you can't eat the horns. Larry, I'm not lying to you. Pictures or it didn't happen. You dumb piece of shit, Larry. I don't have enough room for one of them picture machines on my mule. Guess it just sounds like a cute little story then. Larry, I swear to God, I just want to send one of these right up your... Okay, that's it. Load up my mules. I'm going to get it. So dead set on proving his friends wrong, he decided to take a ride back up into the canyon, and he got the rack and brought it back, and everybody was surprised because it was the biggest elk anybody had ever seen. And it was at that very bar where John's elk hung for years, even many years after John's death. Some say that John traded this trophy elk to settle up with a very high bar tab that he had there. After so many years of hanging in this bar, a stranger finally walked up and noticed the size of this thing and recommended to the bar owner that he get it scored. He did so, and it ended up scoring 442 3/8 inches, making it the #1 typical elk in the world, only to be beat out by Alonzo's bull out of Arizona. See my other video for that one.